Time and numbers in Spanish. Name the numbers 1 through 10 in Spanish. That's right. 1 is uno. What about number 2? Correct. It's dos. How about number 3? Sí, it's tres. Number 4? Good. It's cuatro. How about number 5? Correct. It's cinco. Number 6? Good. It's seis. Number 7? Very good. Siete. How about number 8? Correct. Ocho. Number 9? Very good. It's nueve. How about number 10? Felicitaciones. It's diez. Have any of you played the game Uno? Well, if you notice, to win you need uno card left. 1 card left. I hope that helps you remember uno for number 1. How about naming the numbers 11 through 20 in Spanish? First, let's start with number 11. Any guesses? Once. Kind of looks like 1 with the O-N there, except it's just missing the E. Or a C squeezed in there between the N and the E to make once, for 2 ones put together. Number 11. How about number 12? Okay. It is doce. Kind of sounds like dose, like number 2. Just has that fancy A on the end of it. Doce. How about number 13? Sounds good. Trece. It also sounds like trace, like the number 3, just with that fancy A at the end, for trece. How about number 14? Interesting. Catorce. It has that cat like in cuatro, except it's just missing that U in between the C and the A. But I hope that helps you remember catorce for number 14. How about number 15? Here's a hint. Birthday celebrations in some cultures, specifically one in particular, celebrates quinceañeras for girls who turn 15. Does the word quinceañera help you any? Good job. 15 in Spanish is quince. Sounds a lot like quinceañera. How about number 16? Okay. 16. Look there, there's a little thought bubble. That's interesting. 16 in Spanish sounds like diez, which is 10, which means and seis, which is 6. And what's 10 plus 6? Oh yeah, 16. That's pretty cool. Does that give any help with number 17? Any guesses? Let's see. 17 is 17. How cool. 17 sounds like 10 and 7. What's 10 plus 7? 17. Awesome. How about number 18? Interesting. 18 is 18. 18. It follows the same pattern as 16 and 17. How about 19? What do you guys think? Okay. 19 is 19. That's pretty cool. How about 20? And here's a hint. It does not follow the same pattern as 16 through 19. Very good. 20. Okay, so here is 21 through 30. Can anyone name the number 21 in Spanish? Very good. 21. Another thought bubble. Sounds like... Oh, okay, so 21, if you split it up like we did with 16, 16, 21 sounds like 20 and 1. Veinte, kind of like veinte, which is 20. Which means and. Uno, which means 1. 20 plus 1 is 21. 21. How about 22? 22. Interesting, it's starting to follow the same pattern. So this time, I won't give you the answer for 23 until I give you a little bit of time to think about it. What do you think 23 is in Spanish? Veintitrés. Veintitrés. How about 24? Okay. 24. Pretty cool. How about 25? Are you sure? Okay. 25. Pretty cool. And it seems like it might be pretty easy. But how about 26? Very good. 26. How about 27? Awesome. 27. 27. How about 28? Sounds good to me. 28. 28. How about 29? Veintinueve. Very good. 29 is veintinueve. Okay, before I get to number 30, remember that 10 was 10, 20 was veinte. So, do you think 30 is going to be veinte diez, like 20 and 10? Or do you think it's going to be a new name, like 10 and 20 were? What do you guys think? Any of you who said 30 is a new name was right. 30 is treinta. If you notice, the beginning of treinta has tre, like tres does, the number 3. But in this case, treinta is 30. How about the number 40? What do you guys think the number 40 is in Spanish? For a recap, 10 was 10, 20 was veinte, 30 was treinta, so 40 is cuarenta. It has that qua at the beginning, kind of like cuatro, but 40 is cuarenta. You're going to see enta a lot with whole numbers in the tens. So with that hint, what do you think number 50 is in Spanish? Good. 50 is cincuenta. There's the enta at the end, like I had said, but this time 50, which has a 5 at the beginning, kind of matches with the beginning of its Spanish name, cincuenta, because 5 in Spanish is cinco, and 50 is cincuenta. Sounds like cinco, but with the enta at the end. Cincuenta, 50. How about number 60? Interesting. 60 is sesenta. Seis, ainta. That's pretty cool. Seis at the beginning of sesenta sounds like seis for the number 6. So 60 is sesenta. So with those 3 hints, with how those words kind of match with other numbers, what do you think number 70 is in Spanish? Very good. 70 is setenta. Kind of sounds like siete at the beginning, but instead of siete, which is 7, it's setenta with the ainta at the end for 70. Setenta is 70. How about number 80? What is number 80 in Spanish? Okay. 80 is ochenta. The beginning kind of sounds like ocho for 8. And it has the ainta at the end. So 80 in Spanish is ochenta. How about the number 90? Okay. Good. 90 is noventa. Nov kind of sounds like the beginning of the number 9 in Spanish. Nueve. But in this case, 90 is noventa. Now, what about the number 100? And I'll give you a hint. It does not have ainta at the end. Are you sure? Okay, 100 is cien. Now we'll go to time. Horas is what this clock is going to show. So you will not see 1:10 on this clock or 8:30, but instead you will see examples like 1 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock, because these are horas, which are hours. Now what do you think 12 o'clock is in Spanish? How do you say it is 12 o'clock? Son las 12. If you notice, 12 is 12. The reason we use son for like saying it is because like how you say son in a sentence for people when there is more than one person, you use the same in time. And time is feminine, which is why you use las. And the reason las and son are plural is because 12 is more than one. There are 12 hours. So you would say son las 12 or son las 12 horas. There are 12 hours. It is 12 o'clock. So how about 1 o'clock? Okay, 1 o'clock is es la una. The reason we do not use son for this one is also like when we use es in a sentence when we're talking about one person. Like he or she is going somewhere. He or she es going somewhere. So like in time, when it's only 1, like 1 o'clock, it is es at the beginning of the sentence. And that is how we say it is 1 o'clock. And we do not put las in a plural form because there's only 1. It is only 1 o'clock. It is singular, not plural. And una is like the feminine adjective for the time 1. It's like uno, but in feminine form, because la is in front of it. So 1 o'clock is es la una. It is 1. It is 1 o'clock. Now 1 o'clock is the only one that will use es and la in singular form. So knowing that, what is 2 o'clock in Spanish? Son las 2. It is 2 o'clock. There are 2 hours. It is 2. Son las 2. How about 3 o'clock? Son las 3. How about 4 o'clock? Son las 4. How about 5 o'clock? Son las 5. How about 6 o'clock? Son las 6. How about 7 o'clock? Son las 7. How about 8 o'clock? Son las 8. How about 9 o'clock? Son las 9. How about 10 o'clock? Son las 10. How about 11 o'clock? Son las 11. Now if you notice, uno, well in this case, una, because it's time, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis, siete, ocho, nueve, 10, 11, 12. Minutos. On this clock, you will see examples like 12:10 or 12:15 or 2:30 or 2:45 because this time we're practicing minutes, minutos. So what is 12 o'clock again? Son las 12 or son las 12 horas. So now, what is 12:05? Son las 12:05, which is like saying 12, 12, and y, 5, cinco. 12 and 5, 12:05. How about 12:10? Son las 12:10. 12 and 10. 12:10. Son las 12:10. How about 12:15? Now if you said son las 12:15, you wouldn't be wrong. But another way of saying it is son las 12:15. The word corto is like quarter. 12 and a quarter after 12. 12:15. Son las 12:15. Or son las 12:15. How about 12:20? Son las 12:20. 12 and 20. 12:20. Son las 12:20. How about 12:25? Son las 12:25. How about 12:30? Son las 12:30. If you said son las 12:30, it's not necessarily incorrect, but a better way of saying it would be son las 12:30. 12 and the middle of an hour. 12 and a half. 12 and 30 minutes. 12:30. Son las 12:30. Media kind of looks like middle. The middle of the clock. Son las 12:30. Now this is where it gets tricky. The right hand of the clock that you just did is adding using Y, the letter Y, which means and. But this next part of the clock, the left side, you're going to use subtracting instead of adding, using the word menos, which is like minus. So now, instead of saying a time like 12:10, 12:10, son las 12:10, you would use the next hour up and subtract how many minutes are left till that hour. So let's try this. What is 1:35 in Spanish? Son las 2 menos 25. 2 o'clock, dos, menos, minus, 25, 25 minutes. 2 o'clock minus 25 minutes would make it 1:35, right? Well, there you go. This clock says 1:35. So it would be son las 2 menos 25. How about 1:40? And it's perfectly okay to use the example I just gave you. So of course, it would start out as son las 2 menos, then however many minutes are left till 2 o'clock. Good. Son las 2 menos 20. 2 o'clock minus 20 minutes. Son las 2 menos 20, which would be 1:40. Now how about 1:45? Here's a hint. You will use corto because it is a quarter till 2. It is a quarter until 2 o'clock, which means there's 15 minutes until 2 o'clock. So you will use corto. Son las 2 menos cuarto. It is 2 o'clock minus a quarter minutes. It is 2 o'clock minus 15 minutes, which is 1:45. So, since you're getting to be an expert, what is 1:50 in Spanish? Son las 2 menos 10. 2 o'clock minus 10 minutes is 1:50. Son las 2 menos 10. How about 1:55? You only need 5 minutes until 2 o'clock, if that helps. So what is 1:55 in Spanish? Good. It's son las 2 menos 5. 2 o'clock minus 5 minutes. 1:55. How would you say the time of day to describe this picture? So this picture is of course in the morning. So if it was 7 o'clock in the morning, you would say, son las siete, and what phrase would come after that? It's 7 in the morning. De la mañana. So if it was 7 a.m., 7 o'clock a.m., you would say, son las siete for the time, de la mañana, of the morning. It's 7 of the morning. How would you say the time of day to describe this picture, with the sun raised high in the sky, ready for a bright, beautiful day? Good. It would be de la tarde. So if it was 3 o'clock in the afternoon, 3 p.m., you would say, son las tres for 3 o'clock, de la tarde. Son las tres de la tarde. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It's 3 o'clock of the afternoon. Time of day to describe this picture, with the moon raised high in the sky, ready for a peaceful night. Good. It is de la noche. So if it was 9 o'clock at night, you would say, son las nueve, for it is 9 o'clock, de la noche, of the night. It's like saying p.m. Son las nueve de la noche. It is 9 o'clock p.m. But in this case, the p.m. would be really, really late. So noche, night. Good job! Felicitaciones! Congratulations! You've made it through this lesson. Don't forget to keep studying, and good job, and good luck.